So the other day, I was on the phone with one of my partners and he asked me, when was it that you shifted from income focused, right, all about making money, to impact focused and impacting people's lives? And so I thought back to that experience, right? So when I first started, it was all about income for me. I was at Liberty University. I was a personal trainer making $15 an hour part-time, and I was living on student loans. That was up to my ears. And what was interesting about that was I was trying to figure out my path, right? I was trying to figure out how I was going to create a career for myself and how I was going to help people, right? So back in 2006, I was focused on me, I was focused on income, I was focused on replacing my personal training part-time job, I was focused on replacing my student loan debt. And it wasn't for, about a decade. It was about a decade where I had a client come in, and his name is Dr. Todd, and he sat down with me, and we sat down, we mapped out his vision for how he was going to bring his expertise online. We sat down, we mapped out his funnels, how he was going to sell his expertise. We mapped out his offers, what he was going to actually offer people for sale. And we also mapped out what was his strategy to acquire customers and leads and build a database. And then eventually go on to using those funds to then eradicate waterborne illness in the country of Liberia. Okay? I remember like it was yesterday. My business literally, okay, so what happened for me was I realized, so before all of that, before he came in, before we sat down, before we mapped it all out, before I helped him to launch his expertise, I was in the world of online marketing and advertising and selling and building funnels and all these type of things, right? Helping e-commerce businesses and helping local businesses and helping experts and helping general entrepreneurs. And I was all over the place. And I wasn't sure what I was doing or why. But when I died and came back to life, that's what happened to me. I died and came back to life back in 2003. I wanted a journey to find my purpose. 2005, God revealed my purpose. It was to share my story and help other people share their story. And I had no clue what that meant until Dr. Todd. And that day, I realized that I was actually living my soul's purpose. I was living out the plan that God saved me from death from. And I will tell you, the moment that I figured that out, my business went from going like this to it became like a rocket ship. And the trajectory and the growth went straight up like a rocket. And I believe that's because I was settled on my purpose, the purpose that God has for my life. And I would encourage you to figure out your purpose, okay? Figuring that out took a lot of time, took listening to others. It took attending Spiritual Emphasis Week back at Liberty University. That's where I first got the first vision. But I would encourage you to simply listen, okay? First comes asking, right? Asking you shall receive, the Bible says. Asking, okay, what is my purpose? A lot of people are walking around purposeless, okay? I would encourage you to join Tony Robbins and Dean Graciosi's brand new free online challenge. They're going to be talking about owning your future. You can go to projectnextbonuses.com to join that challenge. They're going to be talking about owning your future. How do you take control of your life, take control of your future? Well, it starts with joining the challenge. It's going to be the biggest challenge of the year. It's certainly going to be one of the biggest challenges ever conducted, with over 1 million people from all around the world, okay? I'm going to be participating in it, and I'd love for you to join me. And again, you can go to projectnextbonuses.com. You see, at the end of 5 days, you'll know how you're able to take control of your life, how to own your future, how to tap into the self-education industry that's set to explode to $1 billion a day industry by 2025, according to Forbes.com. And you'll have a clear plan on how to turn your knowledge, your skills, your expertise, and your results for others into a business that blesses you and blesses others. That's what this is about. It'll help you to take ownership of your success, your happiness, and your future. Oh, I almost forgot the best part, right? Listen, when you have a clear vision of how you impact people's lives, I think that's the most important, and it's extremely powerful, okay? Because it has the potential to completely shift the trajectory like it shifted mine, right? My growth was going steady and strong. But then when I realized my soul's purpose was in alignment with what I do, helping experts launch their expertise online and scale their impact, then the trajectory was up like a rocket, okay? So I would find a way to not just make it about the income, okay? I don't know where you're at. I remember when I first started, it was all about the income because that's what I needed. I needed it out of necessity. I needed a way to pay for rent. I needed a way to pay for my bills. I needed a way to pay for food. I needed a way to pay for dates at the time. I wasn't married. I was single. And so if you can get out of that place of providing for yourself and your family, okay, and get into a place where you're obsessed about the impact of the people's lives you're going to change. I've seen it now, doing this for over 15 years. I've seen it's a beautiful thing when you're able to help one person transform their life in some way, shape, or form, whether it's business, whether it's relationships, whether it's health. When you're able to change their life in a positive way, that impacts everyone around them, and it creates a ripple effect, okay? When you see that happen, I propose, like it did for me, that your entire trajectory of success and abundance and impact will go to a whole nother level. So again, join us on this challenge. Your life will never be the same at projectnextbonuses.com. And I look forward to seeing you there and hearing from you about what your takeaways are during this challenge.